Hello, everyone. So I'm back. Had to do it. Russ has silenced the haters. Welcome to my channel. If you don't know me, I am a big NBA fan. More importantly, like a big Russell Westbrook fan. And I had to come back and talk about this redemption, this made up setback of Russell Westbrook being somehow, um, benched or minutes cut just a few games ago or just a game ago. And now the Nuggets have played him. They beat the Grizzlies. He had 27 minutes, and I'm wondering why the media continues to disrespect Russell Westbrook. So right now I'm empowered. I'm feeling invigorated. I'm feeling hype right now because he is proven to y'all that all of this is just shenanigans. So I wanna actually just recap quickly the last two the last two games. As you can see, the game where the Nuggets played the first game after they let go of their coach Mike Malone was the Kings game, and we can look at the stats together. In that game, Russell Westbrook is down here at 17 minutes. He had 5 points, and the haters erupted. They were all over the blogs, they were all over the sites, like congratulating Adelman for putting Russ in his place, making hateful comments that they usually make. For what reason, I don't know. And tried to indicate like this is going to be the pattern going forward, and this is what the Nuggets need to do. And we're making up these stories of how the rest of the team wasn't happy with Russell, how Russell always gets coaches fired. You know the drill. And the very next game, the Nuggets kind of tell us, "Hey, y'all are tripping. We know what we're doing." They beat the Grizzlies 109-117, but importantly, if we look at the Nuggets and the numbers, Russell Westbrook played 27 minutes. 5 less than Murray. Welcome back, Murray. But and also 14 points. So he had a pretty good showing. I don't know why people have such a poor opinion about Russell Westbrook. Actually, I do, but it's hard to articulate without bringing a lot of social factors that people don't want to talk about. He's a confident man and had to overcome a lot to actually get to the league. He didn't have a lot of colleges going after him when he went to D1. I believe somebody had to drop their scholarship or decide they weren't going to UCLA for him to even get the chance. He gets drafted, and typically speaking, this is the story that a lot of people wanna back, right? Someone that's overcome the obstacles and has made it to the top. But for some reason, for Russell Westbrook, this is not the case. My explanation would be there are remnants of people who really wanted Kevin Durant to be the hero of Oklahoma City and felt that Russell Westbrook was somehow stopping him from becoming the hero that he should be. Years later, we know and we see what kind of leader and player that Kevin Durant is. Not to bash him, but to just let it be known that they were different. Let's put it that way. And human nature makes people double down on their errors, and they're double downing on the error about Russell Westbrook for some reason. I have a question for you at the end of this show, which will be brief, but let's go on to some of the other other notes that I saw. So the reason why I was like inspired to get on this stream is to see that another coach, well, an ex-coach, George Karl, say wonderful things about Russ. So let's go to the George Karl article that just was posted by Fast Break. Shout out to Fast Break for doing this article and noting this. Ben Stenar, I'm looking forward to reading more of your things. But here's George Karl really talking about Russ. So let's start here, right? Here's just the numbers about Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook finished with 14 points, 3 rebounds and 4 assists, 2 steals, while shooting 4 of 9 from the field and 1 of 3 from the 3-point range for 27 minutes of playing time. Again, the haters thought that because he played 17 minutes against the Sacramento Kings, that this changing of the guard indicated that there was going to be a change of the guard, literally, and putting Russell in his place and cutting his minutes. So Russell Westbrook, there's a highlight of him shooting a 3. Can't show that on the show, but George Karl specifically, and let me see if I could blow this up a little bit so you can see more. George Karl says, don't give up on Russ yet. Again, he wrote, don't give up on Russ yet. When used in the right way, he still brings a strong veteran presence and his crazy positive energy. Shout out to George Karl. Shout out to George Karl. George, I'm going to do another show about you another time, because even your history is kind of controversial, but guess what? I'm on your side. I'm on your side, George. And not because you wrote positive things about Russell Westbrook, but because I read every word that you said about that other incident, which you're not going to talk about today, and I believe you. Moving on. So here's the original tweet on X at Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook, you see who was in your corner. And then many fans, it says, supported him, right? This person said, Malone was right. Russ knows what big games are about. He's a veteran. Pickett would have gotten hunted by Ja Morant. Maybe, right? I don't want to talk bad about Pickett. I don't want to say that these younger players don't have what it takes, because everyone has to grow, and he's certainly going to hold his own as his career goes on. But Russ knows how to handle Ja. The next comment was, so 2 of the greatest Nuggets coaches of all time are Russ advocates, but the fan base is letting themselves get brainwashed by people like, who is it? Swiper, Blackburn, Den Shorts, whoever. I don't know who's these people, but I'm here to say, yes, you are going to let people brainwash you. And my last couple of posts, whether it's on TikTok or this platform, YouTube, I'm pleading with you guys to have eyes of your own. Please, let me see if I could plead with you directly. Please have eyes of your own. Don't let these people brainwash you. Russell Westbrook is not washed. Russell Westbrook still got gas in the tank. And Russell Westbrook will be an important piece of this Denver Nuggets team, who I believe have a great chance to win the NBA Finals. I know I'm a OKC fan, but they're going to have to forgive me this season. Anyway, the last person says, George Karl saying something reasonable. What timeline is this? Listen, I'm pro George Karl, all right? Listen, Carolina, I'm pro George Karl. We're going to cover that in another episode, but shout out to George for saying positive things about Russell Westbrook. I got one last positive Russell Westbrook note. The Chocolate Writer, who is one of my co-hosts on the show that we stream on Fridays, posted something from Podcast P, Paul George, former guard, well, off guard. Former small forward for the Oklahoma City Thunder, Clippers, now Sixers, now wherever, but that's another show for another time. Said some positive things about Russell Westbrook, and I'm gonna see if I could play it for you guys to hear now. All right, so let me bring the mic to the laptop, and you can hear.
Shout out Russ, man. He does it so humbly too. It's not like he's like, yo, I just did this. You know what I found out too? He's got his own high school, 6th to 12th grade school, got campus and everything. He's doing a lot for the community. Like, for as much people try to bash him, and like, he's really a neighborhood legend, like a hero.
He got a dealership,
Affordable housing,
the school,
part owner of a soccer team,
clothing line. I know your boy Russ doing everything, but ain't you doing something in Palmdale?
So, not to cut off what Paul George was doing for his community, which are great things, by the way, even though I don't talk very kindly about Paul George, he's doing great things for his community. But Russell Westbrook, he's doing great things, and there are a host of other donations that I haven't talked about that he's doing or has done for the teams or the communities of the teams that he's played in the past. So shout out to Russell Westbrook. Keep believing in Russ. Keep believing in Russell Westbrook. Don't let the media kind of twist your thoughts about who he is. Don't let these trolls on the internet go for low hanging fruit, low basketball IQ hot takes that put Russell Westbrook in the bottom of the league when he is still. I'm not saying he's a starter. I'm not saying that he's the best player in the NBA, but he's still one of the greats that's still playing great. So please give him his respect. Anyway, before I sign off, I want to show you that we are releasing a coloring book all about sports called Passport to Play. You can see the description or the link in the description. Sorry. If you guys are traveling and you want to, give your kids something to do, learn about the different sports in different parts of the countries, and be able to color, get Passport to Play and support the channel. Until next time, peace.